Hello, this is Cynthia at Mountain Accents coming to you from North Carolina, and I have Happy Meal today, and so I'm going to do another Think Pink subscription box unboxing. This is box number 8. I purchased this subscription from Andrea and Karis at Beyond the Pink Door. They have a lovely fabric shop in Ireland. The box costs €35. I'm first going to tell you what I'm wearing. So this fabric is a French terry fabric that I bought, I want to say it was the first year of when Andrea opened her shop, and I can't remember what it's called, but it is a beautiful bright French terry that I love. And I made I see a squirrel over there chewing. You may hear it in the background. But anyway, I made the Megan Nielsen Jara sweatshirt, and I just made view A. Well, view A is right here, or here. This box is in the way. So view A, it just has the regular collar, cuffs, and a waistband. But it does come with 4 different views, and it has a nice standard. It has a standard size range of 0 to 20 imperial and 0 to 20 metric. I made a straight size 12, which is for a bust of 38, waist of 30, hip of 40, but it has a finished bust measurement of 46 and an 8, so there's plenty of ease. And my measurements are a little higher, so if I might have been slightly, actually I think I was smaller at the time that I made this, so I probably was at this measurement, but it still fits me nicely, even though I've gained some weight and have a couple more inches in the bust and 3 or 4 in the waist and only 1 in the hip, but I tend to gain in the waist. So yeah, so it's a great pattern, and I plan to make more of these, and probably sometime this fall or winter. Let's get into the Think Pink subscription box. So that's what we're here about, right? So this is box number 8, and I have not taken the seal off. But so you don't have to. It has a little tear. Well, maybe you do have to, but it also has a little tear here. So let me cut the seal. And this is a different box this month. I cheat. I watch the other videos because I don't care if I'm not surprised. I like to see what everybody else gets. And I'm still surprised, even though I already know what's in the box. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what colorway I get. And, okay, there's going to be a little noise. I'm going to tear this. Okay, so what's in the box? I'm going to set it over here out of the way. First you get a little description with your QR code, and I'll watch the video later that Andrea will post that goes with this box. But it does say that this month contains 2.5 meters of a textured cotton blend knit fabric and a Gutermann Mariflex thread. And if you haven't used Mariflex thread, if you can find it, it's hard to find. She has it, and I haven't found anyone in the U.S. that carries it. And I know Kristen at the Dye Society in Australia has it. And I'm sure there might be some other shops that have it, but yeah, there's none local to me that carry it. But I really love it. I've used it once before, and I was very impressed. So let's get on to. I don't want to tear the pretty pink ribbon. It's just packaged so nicely, but we must. I'm gonna see if I can not tear the sticker though. It says "So Happy." Let me. So happy. Let's see, so happy. Sewing does make me happy. And it's a relatively new hobby for me. I think I shared this before. I've only been sewing for a couple of years, and I've had quite a few fails, but I've also had some successes. And I have found that a lot of the fails that I had were made with fabrics that were not as good quality, and the fabric was one of the biggest hindrances to making a good product. And then, of course, the other thing I've had to learn, and I'm still learning, but I'm getting better at it, is getting the right size. But from watching other YouTubers, I think Michelle at the Sewing Bunny, I've heard her say this, and I believe Adele at Sew for Serenity's mentioned this, is to look at the finished garment measurements. And I have found by looking at the finished garment measurements that I do a much better job of finding that fit. So, okay, what do we have? Okay, I can't remember what these are called. There's 3 different sizes of, I know they're needle threaders, but I've never used one. Both of my, well, even my manual sewing machine, it has a threader, but I have manually threaded it, and I've used the automatic threader. And then my, I did get my Singer Quantum Stylist sewing machine back from the shop. It has the automatic threader, and it works great. And so I've never had to use these, but I have them in case I do. But yeah, my sewing machine, when I got it back from the guy who worked on it, he shared his tip for me. He recommended that I only use Schmetz needles in my sewing machine, that he thought the part that broke because of the kind of needles that I was using. And that was, I'm glad he pointed that out. So for that particular machine, I'm only going to use the Schmetz needles. He said I could use the regular, standard needles, you know, with the or the ballpoint, jersey, jean, universal, as long as it was Schmetz brand. That's what he recommended for that machine. And so I'm going to stick with his advice, and it's working great. So I'm very happy about that. So I'm going to show you the card. I'm not going to show you the front yet. So we have a card. I love this. It says, "Creativity is contagious, pass it on." And so when I first bought my first sewing machine, I was terrified to buy it, and I actually had a friend who I used to work with. She is amazing with crafts, of all kinds of crafts: knitting, crocheting, sewing, paper arts. It's amazing, but she's the one that encouraged me to buy a sewing machine. And so because I was crocheting at the time, and she said, "Oh, you can do it, you can do it." And so I'm glad that she gave me that encouragement. And then there was another friend that also was very creative, and she encouraged me too. And so I bought my first sewing machine. And so creativity, when you have friends who are creative and they encourage you to be creative, it is contagious. And I'm very thankful for that. And let's see. Oh, my little, I'll have to see if I can fix it. I have a little wooden, what we call clothespins, but it's a tiny one, but it's missing the little wire. I'll have to see if I can find the wire and put it back together. Oh, what's this? This is really cute. So it looks like a parrot, and it has a snap. The eye is a snap, and it has these cute, adorable little scissors or nips. Is that what you call them, nips? Or is it something else? But yeah, these will be handy. You never can have too many pairs of scissors laying around, different sizes at that. Thank you, Andrea. That's really cute. And well, this feels heavy. It says, "Take time for yourself." It's wrapped in a pretty brown bag. And I don't want to tear that sticker either. Let me see if I can tear around it so I can salvage the sticker. Oh wow. So this is a dark chocolate and candied orange and chili chocolate bar, handmade in Galway, so that's near Andrea, and Ivy House chocolates. And yeah, this is not as low calorie as what you had in last month, but I am going to enjoy this, and I might even have a piece with my coffee here shortly. But it is, I don't know if you can see it or not, it is broken into little squares so that you can, yeah, get you a little portion and make this last over, a good number of days, or share with other people, which I may or may not do. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if the rest of the crew of my family will eat chocolate with candied orange and chilies, because I seem to be the only adventurous one when it comes to chocolate. Because I like, I've had the dark chocolate with chili before, but I've had dark chocolate with candied orange, but not combined. And I think I've had like dark chocolate with ginger and the salted caramel. And I know I've had some others and yeah, my crew wouldn't try them, but I certainly will. I won't say no to dark chocolate. And I think this is dark. Yep, this is dark chocolate. Love dark chocolate. Okay, so here is my thread, and it's this beautiful jade green. And I have to say, since I did cheat and watch the other boxes, and I have already seen all three colorways on previous videos. Well, let me show that card so you can see the colorways we got. This coral salmon pink. I think Rowan from the Yorkshire Showgirl got this colorway, and I think she described it more as a salmon pink, and that's what it looked like. And if you're watching this, Rowan, you probably don't watch my videos, but paired with the lyre dress you're making, I think it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, it was perfect match. That fabric from Kristen's bespoke box and this fabric, it's perfect match. So if you haven't seen her video, you should go over and check it out, because yeah, it's a fabulous little video, and you'll see what I'm talking about the perfect match. So anyways, there's this salmon, this jade green, and this navy blue. I believe Haley at the Hay Meadow got the navy blue colorway. And I was thinking, oh, I really want that jade green. I said I would like that any of the colors. But in my ranking order, I was jade green, navy blue, and this salmon pink. So I'm very happy with this jade green. And oh, let me show you the fabric. It's heavy. And here's my little piece of metal that goes with my clothespin. So I'll see if I can put that back together. But here's what we're here for. Let me get another sip of my coffee. I didn't get a second cup at work this afternoon. I didn't get a cup, and I can tell it. I've sat here and let it get to a little cool. But let me see if I can find the end. So I was curious to know how thick it is. Well, this is very nice. So this is the back side, and it's very smooth, soft. And then on the front is this lovely pattern on all these little ridges. And I don't know if it has a right way or a wrong way. Let's see. I guess either well, let's try this. Let's see which way the stretch goes. Okay, so it's got a little bit that way. It's got a lot that way. So yeah, I think I would do it with the little pattern, making the little loops down as the pointing down towards the waist. And I've had a little bit of a think about what I'd like to make, and I pulled a pattern. I've not made this pattern yet, so I may want to do a toile before I cut into that fabulous fabric. But I've got the Simplicity 9385, and it has 4 different versions. Well, it's basically, so it's got a little simple regular neckband, but these long gorgeous cuffs, and then just a hemmed bottom. Or you can do the same little simple neckband. On it also, I forgot to say, it's like a little bigger here, I don't know, belt, kind of bell top sleeve with little gathers. But this next version shows a cuff at the bottom and the smaller cuffs on the arm, but it still has that little bell shape. And then the version C has a turtleneck, long sleeve with a band and the short cuffs. And then the version D is turtleneck, short little cuffs, and just hemmed at the bottom. And yeah, so there's the line drawings. And I have to say, I actually really like this one that has the long cuffs. And so that may be the one that I'd like to go with. I'll have to give it a think. And this goes from size 6 to 24. And let's see, which gives you a bust of 30.5 inches to a 46-inch bust, waist of 23 to 39 inch, and hip 32.5 inches to 48 inches. The thing with Simplicity patterns, I have a hard time fitting those because they usually don't give you the finished measurement, not on the package anyway, of the waist and the hip, but they do of the bust. And my bust is about around 40, which put me in an 18. But my waist is bigger, I'd be in a 20. And then my hip would be back down between a 16 and 18. So I'll have to, the finished measurements, see. Yeah, finished measurements for 18 is 48-inch bust, which I think would be too big. So I'll probably have to look at the pattern pieces, see if there's measurements for the waist and the hip, and if not, I'll have to decide how much to go down, whether I want to go down 1 or 2 sizes, because I probably will size down. That's another reason why I need to do a twill, because I don't want to mess up that pretty fabric, because I think I'll probably get that in the wash and try to get it sewn up in October. Which brings me to, I have another video coming out soon. I've got my makes for last month to film, and I'm taking the day off work tomorrow, so I'm hoping that I'll get it filmed tomorrow and upload it either tomorrow, or I may wait and publish it next week. And then I have several makes on my plan for October, but I've got a couple patterns cut out, but I'm wanting to also allow room for things like this sweater knit that I might just want to impromptu make, and so those plans could change. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at, and it's a happy Thursday evening, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.